sound. Um, because I just find the music annoying. Uh, and for whatever reason, I've tried 3 different emulators for this game. They will not play the sound correctly, or something screws up with the graphics. This is the only one that will play it, and the sound screwed up on it anyway, so you don't really need the sound. The music is mainly just the music, and it's annoying. Um, so there won't be any sound. Uh, so to start off, uh, if you click on your castle, it'll tell you how many knights there are, how many monsters are in your inventory or units, and then it'll tell you your income, how much basically gold you have. Status. Um, you can take a look at each one of your characters, and you can go through their stats. You can tell down there at the bottom left, it'll tell you, you know, what they can do on the front end and on the back end. For example, uh, the Vandal Sith is his regular attack, and then Dark Spiral is if he gets enraged. Every once in a while, your characters will do like a rage attack that does a little bit more damage. And then it'll tell you what kind of magic he has, or how much types of magic he has. 4 different types of magic. And over here, the next screen will tell you it'll tell you what type of magic and what it does. So, like I say, he's got 4 types of magic. He's got curse, weakness, flame, and power. Um, it'll tell you at the top, you know, like I said, it'll tell you your stats. Rune power is, like I said, you have to have so much rune power in order to how many monsters he can hold or units he can hold. Um, here in this area, see right there in the blue on the right hand side, it'll tell you uh, he has 322. That's the max rune power. This is how many he's using right now. Each monster costs so much rune power. Like here it says at the at the top right hand corner, you'll see cost 35. That's how much rune power each monster holds. There is no stock. Each castle you could have a stock of monsters, like you can keep monsters or units in the inventory. Now here's something unique about this particular type of game, or this game itself. Um, uh, they're the characters and the monsters when they level up, like I think it's 10 levels for like a hellhound. If you level up your hellhound to the 10th level, they can change class. Like they can become a dark hellhound, or a Fenrir is what it's called, or whatever. And as you can see, a regular hellhound, um, he has two different types of attacks. He's got a regular, you know, type of bite, which is called Hellfang, and then he has Hellfire, which is basically black magic. That's why it has the yellow B there. And you can use the black magic twice. That's it. After that, he can't use magic anymore. He can only do it twice. Um, Now, if you level him up and he becomes a Fenrir, um, I think he can. His magic will go a little bit further on the uh, battle board or whatever you want to call it, which we'll get to here in a minute. The intro is going to take a bit because I got to explain quite a bit. Uh, but yeah, they just get an upgrade or something of their particular type of magic, or certain characters like this that do magic spells, not necessarily magic attacks. Like you have characters that do magic attacks, and then you have characters that do magic spells. Now your demon does uh, magic attacks. Uh, they have or spells. They do magic spells, so they have spells. Most of your uh, main characters, they also have spells. Now, if you look up at the very top and you look below where it says level 1, you'll see 3 dots. Okay? There are, I think, four or five types of magic. You got your dark magic, which is black. Then you got your red magic, which is fire, of course. Then you have your white magic, which is like holy magic, healing, that sort of stuff. Then you have your blue magic, which is like water and ice or whatever. Let's see what. And then there's also green. Yep, green, which is like supportive magic, nature. I think fire also does. Maybe not. I don't think there is any real earth magic. There might be, but I'm not sure. I think if it does, it fires or it falls under red magic. But yeah, if you see more than one different colored dot on there, that means that they can do those particular types of magic. They have a magic spell that's, you know, like for instance your leader, or the ruler here. He has black and red, so he has black magic, but he also has red magic spells. Mostly your human character, your leaders or whatever, uh, they just have spells as far as magic goes. Uh, they may have a magic attack, but it's mainly spells. Now these other, these units, monsters or whatever, um, some of them. What's also unique about this game is some of them you can change class 2 or 3 times. The higher the level of the monster. Like this is actually a giant, and he became a Gigas at level 10, which is a dark giant or black magic giant, whatever. You also have a white giant who eventually becomes a Titan. You know, it just depends on which way you want to take them, what kind of magic association you want with them. Dragons are kind of unique because they got like several different changes depending on which way you want to go. You can make a green dragon, a red dragon, uh, a white dragon. Um, trying to think. I can't remember all the different types. These guys here, these gens, I think they're kind of useless. Uh, but you can change, like for all, you can change a gen into like every color of magic, I believe, except for green. Uh, Golems are kind of unique as well because they can go up or change class even more than the dragons. Like, you have to get him up really high in level to get him to change. Um, Now, also another thing about this game is these monsters or units sometimes need items. Certain monsters need certain items in order for them to class change. Like you have, trying to see, I don't think it's under order. Yep, it is. Uh, Basically, order is where you want them on your uh, unit bar, where you want your units lined up by your leader. This is how you change a class. Um, Throughout the game, you'll like, I know this one's already. Uh, you can equip equipment that you find, and they may do extra damage, and it usually tells you if it's associated with a particular type of magic. Like this, one of his lieutenants or whatever, she's already at level 20, which takes a good while. She has this thing called a black spear, which it gives attack +6, plus it's associated with black magic. So she will the black spear might do an extra point of damage, an attack of 7, if she's attacking someone, who's white affiliated magic, like their dots underneath them is white or even blue. I think black hurts blue too. Like there's a couple, that are more accessible, or what do you call that? They're more they're they're weak against a little bit weaker against them, the opposite magic. I'm sure if you've played games before, you know what I'm talking about. So that's equipment. And then, like I said, you have items too. Uh, your items are like usually one-time use type items. Uh, you might have items like, or you might collect a ring or something like that you can put on one of your knights. That does some extra stuff or whatever. But there are items that for particular units that you need in order to change to a particular class. For example, the demon will upgrade, but if you want to turn a demon, which only you can do with demons, if you want to turn a demon into what's called a Lucifer, which is the highest ranking demon you can get, you have to have a particular item to do it. You have to find it. Yeah. You change the name, you can delete the character. Now, this is how you move your units. You can summon monsters if you have the money to summon them. And then here's the quest. This is where you get your items. What you do is you choose which unit you want to send on a quest. Now, after each round, they could come back from their quest and they may gain something like extra points on something, one of their stats, or they'll get an item or some type of equipment, or they may find another Ruin Knight to join your cause, who will permanently join you. So you'll gain an extra Ruin Knight to go around and take castles from the enemies. Now, they don't always come back after a round. Like, it may be like 2 or 3 rounds before your knight returns if you send them on a quest. But in order to get all the best stuff, you have to go on quests, or you're not going to get all the items you're going to need throughout playing the game. The first thing we need to do is, let's look at this castle here, our territory. Usually the game will give you a couple rounds before they actually start attacking you. Let's see. Okay, Cavalier, a Scout, and a Fighter. Now, I don't recommend going any lower than having 2 knights with units defending one of your castles, or if you're going on the offense, attacking something.